Hello. It has been a long year, and we've been talking about the AES, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. But we never even got a chance to even see. And you guys have been, some of you been thinking that we come from this place because we love talking about the AES, as this is the model that every African young person wants to have. So today, I'm taking you on a trip to Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. We are going to learn something. We are going to see how it is, how are people living there, and let's see. Hello fam, what's up? What's up, our brothers and sisters? You might be wondering where I am wearing this amazing, beautiful hat. You remember we'll be selling the Fulani hats. Now this is specifically from Burkina. I was coming to Burkina. I needed to see the AES for the first time, and it's been amazing. Though I came here for different reasons, it's been amazing, and you also need to think of visiting this place one day. It's beautiful, it's hot. For those who love the heat, we are Africans, we are made with the heat. They say we stayed a little bit in the oven, that's why we are darker, and that's why the sun loves us. But let me tell you about my experience.
Et dès à présent, tous les groupements sont instruits de reprendre les opérations de manière active. Au sol comme dans les airs, nous allons traquer ces ennemis de la nation jusqu'à leur dernier retranchement.
First thing is you need a visa, and the good thing is they do have an e-visa, which as an African, I paid about $90. So I don't know if you'll be required to pay the same amount if you're coming from the United States or that. I came, it's a long distance from East Coast, from Kenya. It's long. It took I took 5.5 hours from Kenya to Togo, then had a 4-hour layover, that is 9 hours, and another 1 hour into Burkina, that is 10 hours. That's a challenge that we have in Africa. Like, we usually don't have many direct flight in Africa, so that's why our flights are expensive, and we spend many hours connecting. Sometimes people tell you to come to the West Africa, you have to go through France, and it's in Africa. When Air France used to come to these countries, but they no longer operate, although you've been seeing them wanting to return. Then the moment I landed here, people are nice, they receive you. Even the police in the airport, they receive you perfectly, and you come, and you, with your visa, you have to verify your visa, then you have to fill some paper. Make sure you fill that paper, otherwise you have to give them tea. They say tea to help to assist you in filling the paper, which is normal. Then after that, you just go out. You're out of the airport. It's a very small airport. It's not complicated. Then you have organized your transport to your hotel. Maybe the hotel comes for you, or you can take a taxi from the airport. But the most amazing thing, and shocking at the same time, is in my country, the people who ride motorbikes and bikes are men. I barely do you see women riding motorbikes, and guys, there are a lot of motorbikes in Ouagadougou. There are a lot of them, but I can tell you 50% is women riding them, and out of the 50%, we can say like another 50% is women carrying babies on their backs. These kids tied to the back of the mother, and the mom is riding the bike. And it's not just a young women, it's a young old women carrying each other. Oh. that is something that I'll never forget. You can see in this video that the bikes, women riding bikes, children tethered to the backs, and it's so traditional, it's so amazing. Then I needed to ask the people about the captain, and what they feel like, how are they happy, because the rest of Africa love captain, and I needed to know, and the people here love him. Yeah, they are so happy to have him. They thank God every day. Another thing is, I asked about Senegal. Okay, these guys, the people here will tell you a lot of things that the captain has done for them, a lot of things that they are thanking him for. And I came during the Independence Day. The day I came was 11th of December, and it was the Independence Day. And this is what I can tell you, brothers and sisters. People were all everywhere talking about him, because the previous day he had made a speech.
Et dès à présent, tous les groupements sont instruits de reprendre les
in a place called Basalogo, not very far from the capital Ouagadougou. And in Basalogo there's a military base, so he went there without telling them, and he went on road. He surprised them, and that is where he went on road, so that he always does this because he wants to go sing what the people are faring, how the people are faring. Just like the former president of Tanzania, President Magufuli, he was like that. If you remember, if you used to follow him, I used to follow him. I loved him, and may he rest in peace. So these guys, the captain went on road, and he surprised them, and he made a speech, huge speech, and that is when they introduced their first bars of gold. And he was explaining, saying that there were like 4 containers that had been, the owners had been arrested. What used to happen is, when these people mine the gold, who used to mine the gold, they would take process some and take some residues out of the country to go and the process, and they would say these are residues, they don't have a lot of gold. But the thing that was happening, they used to hide some gold inside, and they were saying that out of the 4, a small part of it was taken, and they were able to clean and remove 94 kilograms of gold. And that's where now, and last year, I think that is when we reported that he, using Burkina Faso engineers, he had actually developed a Burkina Faso gold processing factory. Remember? Yes. Now that factory is the one that was able to process this gold, to produce 93.8 or something kilograms. That's 94. And he was talking about how their resources had been constantly stolen, but now they have it. So people are talking about and love him. So I asked them, guys, so tell me, what do you think about Senegal? And they said Senegal will be joining the AES soon. And they said, this is what they were telling me. Guys, there's even one of our viewers who insulted me, saying I was stupid. But for me, I usually listen to the ground. That's what we say. Like, you listen to the people. What are the people saying? What do you know? You go to Senegal. What do the people know? You come to Burkina. What do the people say? And people know, or they have this information that soon Senegal will be joining. And they said, Senegal already pushed out the military, and slowly by slowly we are seeing them coming. There's been some communication with our government and all that, and they will soon be joining. Okay? And they say, don't worry, whatever you see, those guys are good and they are coming. So guys, there's something that we have reported about Senegal, and we've been talking about this, saying, these guys didn't come through like a military. They just came through democracy, and it's so difficult. because like now the military is against them pushing out the French military because they are talking about using their equipment, using their chopper to save people from the ocean, help marine, I don't know, fisheries and all that. But the money that France is taking out of Senegal is too much. But they don't know that, or they know, but someone is in their pockets. So then I asked, Burkina Faso means the land of the upright people, the land of the incorruptible. What about Ouagadougou? It comes from the name Ouagdu. Ouagdu meaning we shall be respected. Hey guys, what do you call that? A coincidence? Burkina Faso means the land of the upright people. Ouagadougou comes from Ouagdu, meaning we shall be respected. I was amazed. And this is part of my experience here in Ouagadougou. And I also went to the villages. I've been around the town, guys. I've been to the monument of the heroes. Yeah, and I've not been staying here. I won't be staying for long, but following most of my experiences in Ouagadougou. It's a beautiful city. You can come and visit and you have fun. Subscribe if you haven't. You have to visit this place, and the bikes are so many. Maybe you should get yourself one, but it's a good sightseeing. Women carrying babies on their backs and riding motorbikes. A new mosque which is under construction. A beautiful silhouette over the evening sun, and also more women riding bikes, carrying more women and babies. It's a sightseeing. But before that and after that, you can try and visit the village artisanal de Ouagadougou. It's a village artisanal where they make those African things. The beautiful hat that I'm wearing is made at that place. They have a workshop, they have a shop. Their things are very affordable. Most of them are bronze and big and small, things to beautify your house. So make sure you visit the village artisanal de Ouagadougou. And it's a huge place. This is a very well-renowned place for arts. You see, beautiful things. See you in the next one.